What is going on, guys? I'm Steve. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If it's your first time stopping by the channel, hit that subscribe button. Trust me, you won't regret it. If you're a returning subscriber, as always, guys, welcome back, and I do appreciate support. I'd like to welcome you guys to another 7 o'clock premiere. And I got a story for you guys, man. And this right here is as sad and as cruel as it comes. When I heard this story, man, it just broke my heart. And like, it just goes back to some of the things I talk about with you guys on the channel about how cold and cruel the world is now. It's like at any given time you can hear a story that will just have you like wondering like what the hell is going on in the minds of people. And a lot of times you pass these people every day, speak to them sometimes, and not know that they're killers or monsters among us. The story I'm talking about today, I heard about this morning. The story's out of Vallejo, California. Shout out Vallejo. And it's about this woman right here that you may not have heard about, but this story's traveling like wildfire. So this is a name you'll probably be familiar with in the coming weeks. Woman you see up here, her name is Renea Lewis. She was 28 years old. She was reported missing last week after her mother couldn't get in contact with her. Ladies and gentlemen, after search efforts and her phone being pinged and, you know, the normal ways they go and try to track somebody down, her family and the police arrived at an address in Vallejo belonging to this guy right here. This fucking savage that you see right here, and I use that term loosely. His name is Douglas Irwin Shaw. It was his house she was found in, and the condition she was found in is absolutely horrific for parents on scene to get the news about. People came from Texas all the way out there since she's been missing to help with the search efforts. Only the day they touch down in California, they get received with this news outside of a house where she was last pinged that became her final resting place. Look at this, y'all.
Tonight, where police say they found the body of a woman who was reported missing last week. Thank you for joining us on KRON 4 News at 11 o'clock. I'm Noelle Bello. KRON 4 Sarah Stinson is joining us live from the scene tonight with the very latest on this grim discovery. Sarah.
Noelle, it's a devastating scene here in Vallejo. The family of Renea Lewis just on the yellow tape, trying to get as close as they can, getting the latest information they can. A lot of her family says they got here in the morning to look for Renea, to try and find her. She's been missing, and sure enough, police were looking in the same place. They came to a home here on 14th Street, and that is where they found her body. They're investigating, and they have arrested a person. Police say Douglas Shaw was arrested in connection to this case. The relationship between Renea and him remains unclear. We're waiting to get that information. But it's just been such a whirlwind, such a devastating time for this family. They've been searching, following their own leads, talking with people, trying to figure out where she is. She's only, 28 years old, and they tracked down their own leads right here to this Vallejo neighborhood, and they did not expect to find out that she was killed. So it's just been a lot. The mom is here. Sister flew all the way from Texas to be here, but again, she did not expect her sister to be killed. So just listen to all the nice things she had to say about Renea.
You know, we talked on the phone all the time. She always said, I loved you. It was never, goodbye, we'll see you later, or talk to you later. She always called and checked up on me, and I'm supposed to be checking up on her. So she had a really good heart. She really cared about her friends. She cared about her family a lot, even though she, wasn't always like there with us. But, she reached out. I don't know. She was special.
And Renea, she's also described as a fantastic cook, an incredible person, someone who was always there for others. And The family, I mean, there's a ton of them out here. You can tell how much love and support that they have for Renea, but they're waiting for more information. I know police said that they're waiting for the coroner to show up. I think that any minute now, if they haven't done so already, they'll be showing up to this home here. Still a lot more to learn about this, but for now, I'm Sarah Stinson reporting live in Vallejo. Back to you.
Yeah, a lot of questions and a really hard night for that family there in Vallejo. Sarah, thank you for that live report.
New at 11 here, a tragic discovery in the city of Vallejo. Police confirming the body of a missing woman has been found hidden inside the wall of a home. And tonight, a suspect has been taken into custody. Her disappearance triggered an ebony alert issued by CHP, and now her loved ones are grappling with the devastating news. Betty Yu has the story.
What did she do to you for you to kill her and then put her in a wall? When he said, "We found your daughter," I just collapsed. I was like, I can't believe this. And I was praying. I said, God, please don't let it be her. Please don't let it be her. And he did not answer my prayer.
It was the news no one in 28-year-old Renea Lewis's family wanted to hear. Police found her body behind a wall inside this home on 14th Street in Vallejo. Her mother last texted her on Friday and thought it was unusual not to get a response.
When they found her body behind the wall. They nailed her body behind the wall.
Vallejo police announced late Tuesday that they had arrested Douglas Shaw. It's still unclear what his relationship is to Renea or to the home.
The person that they have in custody is being cooperative. Stated that he did indeed kill Renea. He threw her phone on top of the school. That's the most information that I have.
Police now have Renea's phone, which her family says last pinged at this address. Her mother used the Life 360 app to track her final location, and her cousin LaToya helped lead the family's search in the area.
Renea was the best loving person. The girl loved to cook. She loved her family.
Since they began sharing flyers with her mother's number, the family has received numerous prank calls. People pretending to be Renea, luring her mother to false addresses and demanding money.
I am devastated. That's my youngest daughter. Her birthday is on Monday. She would have been 29.
Renea's family and friends say they don't know anything about that house where she was found or the people who may live there. They did say it wasn't unusual for her to be in Vallejo, but they are not familiar with that address. In Vallejo, Betty Yu, KTVU, Fox 2 News.
Well, hi, Justine. The victim's family says that they are devastated. They traveled from Texas to help with the search, and now they want answers.
We went back to the house with the search warrant. They discovered there was a concealed department that led to the attic, and in the attic we discovered Miss Lewis.
On Wednesday, Sergeant Rashad Hollis with Vallejo Police Department sharing details about locating the body of 28-year-old Renea Lewis. She was found Tuesday, days after she was reported missing. Her body in a home on 14th Avenue in Vallejo.
We determined that Mr. Douglas Shaw resided at the residence, and he was listed a person of interest, and through the investigation determined that he was a suspect in this case.
Hollis says on Tuesday they arrested Douglas Shaw for murder.
He was Mirandized and admitted that he is responsible for this heinous crime.
Vallejo police say that the investigation is still in the early stages. They are still collecting evidence. He says it's unclear how the two knew each other.
Our condolences are to the family. This is a senseless act of violence and has brought tremendous pain, not only to the family, but to our community.
She was very loved.
Out at the crime scene Tuesday night, Lewis's family heartbroken.
She's such a beautiful human being, and nobody deserves to go through that.
She was smart. She was gorgeous. You know, I said it was so pretty.
Douglas Shaw is currently in Solano County Jail. He's scheduled to be arraigned tomorrow. Vallejo police are asking the public for help in this case and to please contact them if you know anything more about the victim or the suspect. In the newsroom, Teresa Stasio, back to you, Justine.
Teresa, thank you.
That shit is heartbreaking, man. It is. It's heartbreaking. And you know, until you have a daughter, as a man, stuff like this, a lot of times, just out of ignorance, we don't think about as men. I used to see dudes do videos about girls being and women getting torn out the frame, and I'll be like, man, damn, you know what I'm saying? You just, all these videos about girls and stuff like that, but it's really a problem out here. And until you start being involved in looking at it and reporting on it, you see how common this is. We just did the story about Sade Robinson in Milwaukee. Remember that? Maxwell Anderson just got sentenced to life in prison for dismembering her and having her in his house, and his house looked like shit. Look at this. Look at this. Look at his house. Look at his house. It's in shambles. And you got this girl in here now. I don't know what the commonality was, or if she was over there, or I don't know what it was. But she wound up being in a concealed compartment in an attic in this 41-year-old man's fucking house. Looking at him and looking at her, I don't see that commonality. I don't. 28-year-old girl, loved by family and friends, gone. Gone. Every time I see stories like this, I think about my little girl, and I'm scared for her. Because the way the world is going, man, and then like you got a rise of these incels, and you got a rise of these immature, emotional males out here. Man, this is something that's really bothering me. You know, crimes like this, you know, crimes against kids. I mean, nobody in power is really doing anything to address this and curb the violence level in this country. Look at her. You know, besides that stuff on her eyes, that's a pretty girl. She has natural beauty. Probably make a good wife. You know what I'm saying? Have children. Good mom. You don't know. And for somebody to take them and target this girl, he's 41 years old. You can't find somebody your age? I don't even know what it was about. But it was enough for this guy to take the life of this child and put her in his fucking house that he lives in. How sick is that? I don't know what's sicker, and I want you to hear me. I'm gonna try to hold my composure, but this shit made me hella mad. I don't know what's sicker. Her dying and being in that house, or the public and the games they fucking play with the hearts and minds of victims' families. They said they was making prank calls to the mother and her family, having them come to addresses and then trying to shake them down for money. Could you believe that? I wonder how they feel now knowing that this girl is dead. Dead. And you thought it was funny to fuck with somebody's emotions that's being ran through the ringer and all over the place, not knowing if their child is alive or dead, and the latter happens, and here you motherfuckers out there playing around, getting a laugh off at the expense of the pain of somebody's family. That shit ain't right. It ain't. That kind of shit right there, get you taken out of here. People, man, people are stupid, man. This is a tragedy. It hurts me because I have a daughter. You know what I'm saying? And when I seen him, I was like, Maxwell Anderson all over again, minus the brutality. Now, they're not saying, I got the article up here. They're not saying how she was, what situation she was in. But they're saying, you know, they said, you know, they used the Life 360 tracking app. Same thing with Sade Robinson. Terry Lewis saw her daughter's location near the 14th Street in Vallejo, and she never heard from her. And that's how they tracked her. So if all of y'all, if that Life 360 app is out there, man, you know, you heard it in two cases, help solve 2 cases of where missing people are. You might want to invest in that. But like, you know, the mother says she's devastated. said she thought God would answer her prayers, and they, you know what I'm saying? That's a hard feeling, man, to just wish and hope for the best and just get slammed with the worst. I mean, it's bad out here, man. I mean, it always was bad, but like it's like next level. Like you leave the house and not even know if you coming back. And it's just heartbreaking that, you know, we don't know what she could have been, but you know, she mattered. She counted. She was somebody to people that cared about her. Just like this fucking idiot, whatever his problem was, because they said he confessed and said he did it. Either way, man, this is what's out right now. It just hurts my heart that, you know, people are going through the worst time of their life where they can't figure out up from down and just want a little bit of help from the public that usually don't say nothing. And then when they do call, they receive, it says here, numerous prank calls from people pretending to be the daughter. And she's dead. Dead. Luring her mother to false addresses and demanding money. Somebody out there needs to be ashamed of their fucking self and need to get knocked upside the fucking head. That shit is bullshit. I'm up here slobbering. That shit made me so goddamn mad. Either way, man, may she rest in peace. Renia Lewis, prayers and condolences go to her family, especially her mom, man. Her mom on TV, man, you can see she's drained. I'm going to tell you something. Family members of people that die horrifically, when you see it up close and you see their eyes and you feel that energy on them, even when they smile, it's something you never forget. I'll see you in the next video. Take care.